go, let's look at all of our best bets of the week and see where we land, because there's a couple games we did not cover. I'll go ahead and start since I covered all of mine. Cincinnati -6.5, getting under a touchdown in that matchup against Houston. We know how CJ splits on the road, so I feel like that's going to be something that falls into place with this one. Cincinnati's really good, even with some of the injuries and Jamar Chase, so they can, in my opinion, cover this by a touchdown. Jacksonville, for the reasons I just mentioned, I think that an early start game going into this San Francisco, both coming off bye weeks, I think that they're just in a better spot, and they just keep winning games, and I'm just going to ride it until that's not the case. So Jacksonville +3, Detroit -1.5. I got it before it went up to 3. So they are playing the Chargers, and realistically a home game for Detroit in LA. But Detroit, healthiest they've been all season. I think that they can get a win against a really banged up and kind of, I don't know, average Chargers team. And then I have the under in the Carolina-Chicago in a primetime under, because those just continue to keep going. Both quarterbacks going to be not trying to not make any major mistakes in this one. Play it safe. Both bad teams. Take the under. So that's what I got on my end.
Yeah, I've talked about a few of these. Minnesota teased up, took Chargers +3, and I talked about Buffalo -1.5 teased down against Denver. Arizona +8 in a teaser. They're at home against the Cardinals. Kyler Murray, triumphant return.
Arizona is the Cardinals.
I said they're at home. The Cardinals are. Oh, did I say against the Cardinals? Against the Falcons. Sorry. I don't know if the Falcons are able to separate from anybody at this point more than a touchdown. I mean, they lost to the Vikings, who were playing a guy who they were learning the cadence that he likes to go on the sideline. Like, they lost at the Titans and Will Levis's first start. They lost to the Commanders. Like, I just don't see a Falcons team that's playing good football right now. I know the Cardinals aren't good, but maybe they get a lift with Kyler Murray coming back, and they at least, keep it close. Green Bay +3.5. I'm gonna stick to my golden rule. When I have a team getting 3.5 points against the worst offense in the NFL, I'll take it, Chris. I'll take it. Pittsburgh favored by 3 or more. I'm gonna take the other team. I don't know. I hate Green. Green Bay sucks. Green Bay stinks out loud. But the Steelers have literally lost the yardage battle in every single one of their games this year.
It's wild.
Every single one.
That's one of the craziest stats of the season for me, across the board. And the fact that they're a winning team, given the circumstances of that,
never
crazy.
Never happened in the history of the NFL. I think they're what did Adam Schefter say? Like the 32nd.
There's like 34 teams.
34 teams all time in the history that have lost the yardage battle in their first 8 games in the history of football. They're the only one with a winning record through 8 games. This has nothing to do with the Packers. In a low-scoring affair, maybe as Rec puts it, Kenny Clutchett pulls something out of his ass to win by 3. I still win my bet. Cool. And I also teased up Vegas. They're playing the Jets at home, and the Jets can't beat anybody by more than a touchdown when they can only score like 10 points a game, right? 13 points a game. So that seemed pretty easy to me to tease Vegas up. Vegas obviously rode the high of McDaniels firing last week. We'll see if they can continue to ride that train, or if they, come down a little bit from that high. But against a Jets team that can't score, let me tease that up over a touchdown, and I'll feel pretty good about that.
So, by the way, what do y'all think about the Cowboys line?
At 16, I still like the Cowboys.
I agreed. That's a weird line that I'm staying away from just betting it, just because it's just a massive number. But I think the team total for the Giants is 10.5. 10.5.
That's their total.
Like,
Damn.
it's crazy to think that, they might not score more than 10 points.
Danny DeVito from It's Always Sunny starting at quarterback. Like,
It's my quarterback.
the Giants, I mean, and if the Cowboys, if they do one thing, they blow out bad teams.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. That's their
So
calling card.
I mean, look at this. I'm going up against Chris on one of my bets. I'm with Scotty on one and going up against him in another.
So you have the Steelers. Got it.
Steelers -3.
Okay.
I got it at 3.
Yeah.
I have Minnesota +2.5.
Okay.
And I have the Texans +7 against Cincy.
Texans
Okay.
+7. Well, I mean, and honestly, when that number gets to 7, I mean, I like the 6.5, like, because obviously you win by a touchdown, you're good. It's a key number. So it gets to 7, I probably don't bet it. But I think
I also have Carolina.
Yeah.
I also have Carolina +3.5.
Carolina +3.5. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
against
mean,
Chicago. I think they win outright.
I can't even tell you what I'm
I
to
can't.
expect on that side either.
I'm so mad that we have to watch those teams tomorrow.
You could always tune into the NBA Power Hour. I mean, this is at least might be a little bit more exciting. But those are our bets of the week. We're on our way to getting on the positive side, Scotty. We just need to. Both of us went 2-2 last week, so we'll get better. We're gonna get